Rain slicked the narrow streets of Manhattan as Emma Carter adjusted the hood of her jacket over her chestnut hair and stepped over a puddle outside the ER entrance. Her shoes were soaked, her feet aching after back-to-back shifts at the hospital. But she didn't have the luxury of slowing down. Rent was due. Her son Caleb needed new sneakers, and every dollar counted. Being a single mother in New York wasn't just hard. It was relentless. She hadn't meant to eavesdrop, but the pair of nurses whispering near the staff lounge caught her attention. Did you hear who they brought into the private ward? Nathaniel King, the billionaire tech guy. Car accident in the Catskills. Emma's eyes widened. Nathaniel King wasn't just a CEO, he was a living legend. The man behind King Tech, whose AI developments had changed how half the world functioned. She remembered seeing his picture once, all chiseled jawline and intense gray eyes. Rumors called him brilliant, ruthless, untouchable. They need someone discreet, the other nurse said. His team doesn't want the media catching wind. He's refusing all help. Emma was already moving before she could second-guess herself. She needed the extra pay. It didn't matter who the patient was. Her job was to help, and she was good at it. That night, she found herself in a suite-like hospital room, soft beeps from monitors echoing off the sterile walls. Nathaniel King lay on the bed, an ugly gash on his side, face pale but proud. He glanced up, irritation flickering in his expression. You don't look like a private nurse. Emma kept her voice steady. I'm a trauma nurse. You need stitching. I'm here to help, not to gossip. He studied her, something unspoken in his gaze, then nodded faintly. Get on with it. Over the next few days, Emma became a fixture in his recovery. Nathaniel wasn't easy. He barked orders, dismissed advice, and loathed showing weakness. But Emma saw the cracks. The way his hand trembled slightly when no one watched. The sleepless nights filled with nightmares. She treated him with the same care she gave every patient. Calm, efficient, kind. But she didn't fawn, didn't flatter. That, more than anything, seemed to disarm him. You're not afraid of me, he muttered once as she changed his bandage. Should I be? He looked away. Most people are. One evening, while Caleb colored quietly in the corner of the room, Nathaniel asked, Is he yours? Emma nodded. My son. Caleb. The boy looked up, waved. Nathaniel gave a tight smile. How do you manage it all? I don't think about it. I just do it. He's my world. Nathaniel's expression softened, something foreign and vulnerable flickering there. Emma saw in that moment not the CEO, but the man. Tired. Alone. Human. As his body healed, he began asking for her even when he didn't need care. They talked. About childhoods, lost dreams, fears. Emma learned he had no family. Only a string of high-profile deals and empty relationships. Everyone wants something, he said one night. You're the first person who hasn't tried to take. Emma smiled. Maybe you just haven't figured out what I want yet. What do you want? She hesitated, then said softly, to give my son a better life. One where he doesn't have to worry about hunger or bills. One where kindness matters more than money. Nathaniel went quiet. Weeks passed. Emma's shifts ended, but she still visited. By then, the media had caught wind of his accident, but Nathaniel refused all other care. He trusted only her. And Emma, against her better judgment, began to care. Then, one morning, she came to the hospital and found his room empty. Gone. No goodbye. No note. It crushed her more than she expected. Life trudged on. Bills came, Caleb grew, and Emma returned to her long shifts. The memory of Nathaniel became a soft ache, the kind she didn't have time to indulge. Until, 3 months later, a black car pulled up outside her apartment. A driver handed her an envelope. Inside was a letter, scrawled in familiar handwriting. Emma, I disappeared because I didn't know how to stay. I didn't know how to be someone worth staying for. But in your presence, I felt something I hadn't in years, peace. I want to repay your kindness the only way I know how. There's a job waiting for you. A private clinic I'm funding, designed to help women like you. Nurses, mothers, survivors. You'd lead the team. Also, a trust for Caleb. So he never has to feel the weight you carried alone. I don't expect anything in return. Just know you mattered. Nathaniel. Tears blurred the words. Emma looked up as Caleb tugged her hand. Mom? Who was that? She smiled through her tears. Someone I helped. Someone who helped us back. Kindness, she realized, didn't just mend wounds. It transformed lives. And sometimes, when you gave selflessly, The world gave back in ways you never imagined. In the heart of the city that never slept, Emma learned that humanity, with all its flaws and brilliance, was still capable of beautiful, unexpected miracles. Here's the beginning of your 10,000-word story, focusing on emotional depth, human connection, and resilience. Would you like me to continue developing this into a full-length narrative or expand specific sections further?